Hey y'all, Craig with the Bickums here on YouTube. I hope everybody's having a good day. In this video today, y'all, it's going to be a short video, but we have a lot of people all the time ask us about how we attach our signs to our wreaths or whatever the project is that we're working on. And today I'm going to show you how we do one of each. This is an 8-inch metal. We have the 10 by 10 wooden. This one just says Lord have mercy, super cute. And this is a home sweet home, just rectangle. So I'm going to show you how we attach these with the chenille stems in the different ways, and something that might make it easier for you to get them attached to the wreath. So let's get to it, y'all. Okay, first one, we're going to do the little 8-inch. This is just a home sweet home patriotic little 8-inch round that I'm going to do. These are super easy to do because we use a 1.5 millimeter hole punch, a jewelry punch, to make the holes in them on our metal. You don't have to do this. This is the way we like it. It holds a lot longer down here in the south where we have a lot of humidity. It just works good for us. So you start top to bottom, come in about 1/8 of an inch. Get about 1/8 of an inch in and get center and just pop your hole. Just wiggle it out. Turn it over. I go north, south, east, west, whatever. Just kind of keep them halfway lined up and get your 4 holes punched in. Does not have to be perfect, but you want enough in that it'll hold, that it's got enough bite across the sign. And that's super easy. Some signs are a little bit thicker than others, and you kind of have to just put some pressure and just twist. These are not. Usually we'll pick a coordinating color, like a lighter blue or something. I don't have any. I've got some royal blue. It just doesn't match. So just kind of pick a color that's going to match your wreath or whatever. For this video, I'm just going to use white. We do have the white in here. So I come up through the bottom, just come in through the hole. About 1 inch or so is all you need, and fold it over, back on itself, and then just twist it up tight. And just wrap around it. Just keep wrapping, and make it still look kind of nice and straight. And you're just going to hook all 4 of your chenille stems. So just work your way around until you get all 4 of them on your sign. It's like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just pick something, a color that's going to match your wreath. It's not going to quite stand out so much, so you kind of won't notice it when it gets nestled in that wreath or in that project. You don't have to do 4. You can do 2 if you think that'll be good enough. There's no correct rhyme or reason, how many it takes to hold it on. I just like to do the 4. So now we've got those 4 on, ready to tie. Now I'm gonna show y'all how I attach it. I just got a blank frame, but we're gonna do that in just a minute. Now we use a lot of the 10-inch MDF signs, and you got to be careful. I'm going to just leave this. Sometimes we leave the hanger on just in case the customer wants to use it for a sign. Maybe they don't want it in a wreath, or either when I put it in a wreath they can take it off and they still have their little hanger. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I cut it off. But what I do is I take a piece of ribbon. If I'm a scissors, or Melissa's scissors. We're always making stuff, so if you make anything like this, you always got some. This is just some 1.5 inch ribbon, just a piece laying around. I keep pieces just for this, and I'll cut, even with the little dovetail on it, I'll cut about 1 inch or so pieces, and I'll give me 4 of them. And see, I still got 1 left over, and I fold these 1 time in half and another time in half. Makes them kind of, makes a little piece that's kind of thick. And we'll set them just aside. Just do them all the same way. Fold it twice. fold it over in half, and then fold it in half again. And that's gonna, we do use the 1/4-inch staples in the staple gun. This is a Surebonder stapler. Works really great. You can just get any kind of stapler you want from a hardware store, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever. This one works really good. And I just line up wherever they had the staples at already. And I take my chenille stem, and with this you can use any color. It's going to be behind it. You're not going to see it. So here's some brown. I don't use brown a whole lot. So what I do is I lay about 1.5 inches or so. This is where it's going to fall, where I'm going to staple it. So it's still about 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and I'm just lining it up. Put one on each kind of corner, away from, stay in on your sign a little bit. And I lay that chenille stem on top of that ribbon. Then I'm going to staple through the chenille stem, through the ribbon. That keeps it from showing. Even the 1/4 inch, if you don't watch it, some of these signs are not 1/4 inch. And if you just staple with the stapler, you will see 2 little marks where that staple is trying to come through on your sign. So use that extra piece of ribbon to just take up a little bit of space, so the staples don't show through. And then once you staple it on, you just twist it and you got your chenille stems on. And you just repeat the process. This one will be ready to go on a wreath. I'm gonna go ahead and do it 4 times. Same thing. I do like to kind of keep them, in line, as good as I can. Might have to put my glasses on. I'm gonna go ahead and staple all of them real quick. I just line them up, keep them all, kind of straight, and just get them all stapled. Make sure they secure, and you can tie them. Now you don't have to do them. Maybe I'm out of staples. Maybe you don't want to tie a single and you want to tie a double. So just move it to there. Move it to the middle and staple it there, and then you can tie it like that if it's better for you. If it works better and that's the way you like it. I'm going to show you how I do it with just the single stem. I guess I need to get some more staples, but I'm through stapling right now. So y'all kind of get the idea of that since I ran out of staples. So I've got to find the staples. So let's just set this one off to the side, and let's look at our last way that we actually put things on sometimes. Now you can use this for wood or metal. This one is an MDF rectangle. We've already cut the, matter of fact, we didn't pull the staples out of it, but we use these little gadgets like right here. That is a cable tie mount, a 3M cable tie mount. It's just a sticky back. You just peel that off. I know y'all can't hardly see it, but it's got a sticky back that you peel off and you stick on your sign. This one already has 2 on the back of it. What we like to do to help them stay is we peel off. We take something like some E6000, some DAP Rapid Fuse, some kind of really, really good glue, and put a little bit of glue on this. Stick it, and then we'll take our hot glue gun, and we'll take the hot glue gun and we'll kind of weld it in around the edge. This one hasn't been done, but just to help it hold more, because we have these work great. Some people swear by them. Down here in the South, though, we have had them let go over the humidity, because it's so humid at certain times. We have a lot of humidity most all year, just except during the fall and winter when we do get some little cool snaps that come through. But they do work good. It's just not one of my favorite ways to do it. But once you stick the cable tie mount on, they have holes, and you just slide your chenille stem. We're just using red. Just slide your chenille stem through. If you want to go up and down, it's got holes both ways. So then you can, fold it up halfway, whatever you want. If you want to do it like that, or if you want to keep it single and keep it longer, where you just, you know, get you enough and pull them down and twist them on. So we'll do this one both ways. So this one we've got long and single. This one we're going to do halfway and like a V. Keep them kind of even, fold them to the center, get a couple of twists on it. That's all it's going to need. And now you have one that you can tie single and one that you can reach in there and actually twist together if you need to. So that works really well too. Now we're going to use the little 8-inch sign to show y'all. I just grabbed a blank raised form. That way people could see, because they're always wondering, well, how do you tie it onto the wreath? Well, naturally it'll be this would be covered, or if it's one of ours that has the ties on it, you're gonna have deco mesh. It might be a grapevine, whatever it is you're tying it to. What I do is you've got to feed it through everything to get down to your frame. I usually try to go between, you know, probably the upper. I try to go between this one and this ring, you know, wherever it's at. When it falls, you know, it's sitting here on top of everything just like this, and we feed it down as close as I can to the nearest bar. And when I get to that bar, as you can see, like say it goes through this bar, and I'm working on it from the back side. Alright, so the sign's there, I'm working on it from the back side, if everybody can see. So now I'm over the bar and I just start twisting, like you know, you won't have this much left, but I just wrap around. So you wrap it, pull it tight. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like. And what I do is, say you get 4 or 5, you know, good little wraps in. I don't want to pull it because the sign's not hooked to anything. I'm gonna do 2 sides. All right, so I've just got it wrapped. If y'all can tell, it's wrapped like 4 times around that bar. So I'll go opposite. I'll go opposite the other way. Now just for, you know, video purposes, and I get my sign where I want it, and I kind of pinch it from the back, same way. I hold it with my thumb and I start wrapping around. The same thing. We'll just get it like this. You can't reach in the front, so let's just get started again. All right, and I get it wrapped, and I kind of go under, and I push it with my finger right back over, and you start pulling, and you go under, because there's going to be mesh and all kinds of stuff in the way. 3 or 4 times, just like so, just like that. Now once I'm finished doing all 4, I'm not going to do this one, I got 2 of them, and I've got them all 4 in there. They'll all be like this. I'll finish the wreath, and then before it is shipped, once I get off the camera, we go back and check everything, especially if she's got florals or something in like this one, and you look at the back and you may have to trim where sticks or glue and stuff comes through to make it, you know, a little neater. But I don't leave all this hanging. So what I do is I actually tie it. I don't just keep wrapping. So I go in, I'm not going to tie it, because once you tie it like this, you can't get it off. You've got to cut it to get your sign off. So I go in, and y'all see how it makes a loop. I go over the bar, it makes a loop, and I go back through, and then I pull it. And you keep doing that, and it makes half hitches, and it makes knots. It'll make a knot. It's going to half hitch, half hitch. I do 2 or 3 of those, and then I cut the excess off and just fold it down so it doesn't poke the customer or anybody that's fooling with it. But I actually tie it on, and there's no getting it off. You're not going to untie it. This wire is going to pull tight enough that you're going to have to take some snips or scissors or whatever, and you're going to have to cut that wire off and just get some more chenille stems. They're cheap. I just don't want it, because if you don't, let's say, take for instance this one, it's just wrapped on, and if that sign gets pulled enough, it will pull off. It will just pull right off. But when I tie it on, it will not come off. You won't pull the sign off. You may stretch it enough that it gets a little slack in that wire, but you're not fixing to pull it off. And that's the way I like to do it, because I want our signs to be attached well. I don't want things moving around. Melissa sometimes says that I go a little overboard, but I can't help it, because I don't want that happening. I don't want my sign just pulling off. I want it tied on for the customer. So I hope that helps. I hope that I'm able to demonstrate on a wreath form that's not full, and y'all can see kind of how we do it. And that's 3 really good ways to attach your signs to your wreath projects or whatever else that you're doing, swags, wherever you're attaching these signs, to kind of show you how you can connect them. And I hope y'all get some value out of this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I'm Craig with the Bickhams, and we have our shop here, Small Town Wreath Shop. You can check out our shop at smalltownwreathshop.com. We sell supplies for wreath making and craft projects and stuff like that. So y'all be sure to check us out. But invite somebody, share the video, invite somebody to subscribe to our page, and you yourself don't forget to subscribe to With the Bickhams channel. We appreciate it. We hope y'all have a blessed day. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. So we will see y'all next time. I'm Craig with the Bickhams. Bye y'all.